All right, so today we are on day 5 of the Reverse Type 2 Diabetes 30-day challenge. Right. So congratulations. 5 days is a long time to definitely be tuned in and trying to make some changes. Okay, so we talked about a lot. I don't even remember at this point. Go back and watch days 1 through 4 if you are needing to get caught up. But one thing I do know for sure is that yesterday we started our 16-8 fasting, right? And basically what that means is that we are restricting eating during a certain window of time. So we're restricting eating for 16 hours and we're only eating 8 hours of the day. Now, for many people that are type 2 diabetic, this kind of freaks them out because they're like, oh my goodness, I gotta take my medicine. And I totally get that. I'm not telling anyone to stop taking their medication or anything like that. If you're on meds, yes, continue to take your meds. Day 1, just remember, was definitely about contact your doctor, right? And let your doctor know that you are trying to clean up your diet and do things a little differently. And so we're not cutting off meds unless your doctor took you off meds. Dr. Sheba Quinn, is not taking you off of medication, okay? I am simply offering you a way to intermittent fast that includes your medication. And so what does that look like? That looks like a 16-8 fast. That looks like that you are eating, starting your first meal around 10, 11, or 12 o'clock in the morning. Totally up to you. If you are someone that's really nervous about medication, hey, start at 10. However, if you start at 10, that means that your last meal is going to be around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? If you're someone that can push a little longer, have your first meal at 11. If you have your first meal at 11, then that means that your last meal is going to be at 7 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? Or in the evening, at 7 o'clock in the evening. So you get to decide. If you can push to 12, if you can start your first meal at 12, that's great. That just means that your last meal is going to be at 8 o'clock in the evening. So it's all depending on when you feel comfortable taking your medication. Now, over time, we're going to push these dates out, okay? But for right now, we're starting with a 16-8 fast, all right? And so over the next few days, I'm just gonna kind of coach you through this and help you get through this fasting process. Because like I said, I know for a lot of diabetics that this is the thing. They're like, well, I heard that fasting is good, but I got to take my medication. So I just really don't know about that right now. So no worries. We're going to push through it. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to know about fasting, and one of the reasons that we do this is because it improves your insulin sensitivity, meaning that you are, right now you're insulin resistant, all right? Right now, hey, you got all this glucose coming in and it can't get in and your body's like rejecting it. Well, when we definitely do fasting, it increases our insulin sensitivity. So we want to make our bodies more insulin sensitive so that glucose can show up and do its job a lot better in our body. So that's the first benefit of fasting, all right? Now here's the thing. In that being a benefit of fasting, you got to know that there are going to come some struggles, okay? None of this is easy. That's why I'm here to coach you through it. And on your first day of fasting, your first week of fasting, if this is your first time, you're going to become very irritable, okay? Your kids going to get on your nerves. Your spouse going to get on your nerves. Your co-workers going to get on your nerves. All the things, because you are literally used to, some of us are used to having glucose, come through our bodies first thing early in the morning. And so we're pushing that back. And so now your body is like, hold up. You've been feeding me every morning at 7 o'clock. What is my sugar, right? That's what your body is saying. And so because of that, you become very irritable, but it's okay. You can do it. Push through it. Okay, again, if you're someone that typically eats at 7, we're just going to push it to 10. Just get to 10 o'clock. And each week we'll keep adding on, but get to 10 this week. And once you eat, I promise you, you'll be a very more pleasing person around other people. All right. But here's the thing, because you're irritable, because your nerves are on edge, stay away from people. Like literally, find a way to be without the people. If it's your kids, hey, get them off to school or do whatever, and just have minimum interaction with them. If you still fixing them breakfast and stuff, fix their breakfast and go sit down somewhere. Don't become mean to people, but get away from people. If it's your co-workers, come in, say good morning, keep it moving. Go hang out in the bathroom. I don't care what you do. Just don't be around people, all right? Until after you eat. And again, over time, this gets better. But during this first phase of fasting, learn how to get away from people, okay? If you can avoid phone calls early in the morning, do that. Whatever you need to do, remove yourself away from people during this first week or so, because you're going to be very irritable and you're going to find yourself snapping and apologizing, snapping and apologizing. You're going to be like, hey, baby, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean that. That was not my intention. Or I apologize. You know, all the time you're going to be you're going to be apologizing to people all the time, because you're going to know you hurt their feelings. You know that you are off kilt, right? So therefore, you're going to, be apologizing. But to avoid that, just get away. And even more so, let people know what you're going through. Tell them. Like, tell your kids, tell your family, tell your coworkers, hey, listen, I'm going through a restriction period right about now. I'm fasting, whatever, however you want to whatever terminology you want to use, however you want to put it there. But let them know that this is not a good time for me. I'll be better to engage, and I'll show up as a better person to you after 10 o'clock. All right? Just have that conversation with the people. My kids know when I'm fasting. They know that, hey, mama is not eating, so we need to leave her alone. And if she take us out to eat, she ain't eating, right? So that we have definitely established that communication, but I need you to show up and do the same for your family. Get away from people, all right? And communicate with them while you're stepping away, or why you might be on edge. Let them be calling me early in the morning with no foolishness. When I'm fasting, one of the people that I have to definitely restrain myself from is my family, my extended family, my mom, my sisters, all of that. I got to step away because, hey, I'm a Jones, and our family, we go hard in the paint on some drama. So I have to step away from that, because I get aggravated real quickly and I'll be done popped on somebody. So we don't want to do all that. So we got to step away. All right, so this is if you started yesterday, that's great. But if not, this is definitely day 2 of your fasting. It doesn't matter when you start. I'm just telling you what you're going to experience and how to get through it along the way. Okay, so again, today we said that first thing we want to do is step away from people, let them know what's going on. And the reason this is important is because we are very sensitive to insulin right now. Like, our body is looking for glucose, like it's looking to be fed more sugar, and it ain't there. So we gotta, hey, play this game for our body for a second. Over time, it'll become easier, it'll become better, all right? But in the beginning, your body's gonna be looking for that 7 o'clock fix, that 8 o'clock fix, right? We just gonna push it back to 10, 11, or 12, whichever hour feels good for you. Just know that the earlier you start, the earlier you stop eating. So work that out best way for you. We just need 8 hours of an eating window, okay? All right, see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye.